Hey everybody, welcome to Ronline Report. We're about 12 weeks out from the Arnold Classic in Ohio, which is the big show that starts off the season for the IFBB Pro League. And we do have the competitor list. So I'm going to let you know who's in. We're going to go alphabetically. First up, Lionel Bakey from France by way of Cameroon. We did not see Lionel in 2019 this year. He was going to compete, but unfortunately, his sponsor, Eric Favre of Eric Favre Nutrition, got into some legal trouble over in France. And, contest prep, food, sups, travel, all that's very expensive. Lionel could not swing it, so he had to miss this past season. Now, remember, Lionel was 4th place in 2017 at the Arnold, 6th place in 2018. So 2017 and 18, he was top 6 in both of those. He's a very, very strong contender. Lionel from the front, especially reminiscent of Flex Wheeler in his prime. Incredible round muscle bellies, beautiful shape and symmetry. A lot of people are going to be looking forward to seeing Lionel back in action again. Now, next up, William Banach, the Conqueror. Now, we know William is definitely a contender for this show. He won this in 2018. This year, 2019, he was second to Brandon Curry, and that ended up being the same 1 and 2 at the Olympia. Brandon won, Banach was second. Banach also did win the Arnold Classic Australia in 2019 this year. So William Banach, the Conqueror, out of the Netherlands, definitely somebody, strong contender for the win. Max Charles is on that list. Max was actually 3rd place at the Arnold Classic back in 2017 behind Cedric McMillan and the late Dallas McCarver. He was also 2nd at the Arnold Australia a week or 2 later because Dallas dropped out. That was the show where Dallas dropped on stage and had to be taken out of the competition. So Max Charles, definitely in the show. Here's a great one for you, Johnnie Jackson. Johnnie Jackson was retired after the 2017 season. Went out with a bang. He had won a couple shows, did his last Olympia, did a couple post-Olympia shows, and that was it. Called it a day. But at 48 years old, Johnnie is back again. Now remember, the last season he competed, he was still doing very well. He won the Toronto Pro, he won the Arnold Classic South Africa, and back in 2013, he was 4th place at the Arnold Classic Ohio. Now, when I just say Arnold Classic, I'm referring to Ohio. If I just say that, if I add on another country, it's obviously another Arnold. So, next up, the Kingsnake, Steve Kuklo. Steve has been in the top 6 here 2 years in a row. He was 5th place in 2018, 6th place in 2019. We know he got 6th place at the Olympia this year. Kuklo is about 285 pounds on stage. He has filled out his frame. He's got great muscle maturity now. He's brought his chest up. He's brought his back up. Kuklo is definitely somebody who years ago I never would have said, he's not going to win a show like this. But you know what? Now I think Steve's at that point. Next up, Josh Lenardowitz. Josh didn't do as well as he'd hoped this year, 2019. At the Arnold, he was 8th place. But remember, back in 2016, that was a big breakout year for Josh. Josh was 3rd place that year behind Kai Green and Cedric McMillan. He did have to miss a lot of the 2019 season. He had that issue where he went in to get a tumor removed from his scalp, and bad reaction. He ended up in a coma for a little bit. But he's back in action. He's raring to go. If you've been following his social media, you know he's looking very large and in charge. Next up, talk about a veteran, Victor Martinez. We talk about Dexter Jackson as being, the old man, the veteran in this game. And I'm not calling Victor old. He certainly isn't. He's not even close to 50 yet. But he turned pro way back in 2000. So he's definitely one of the guys with the greatest longevity in the sport. Dexter turned pro in 98. Victor not that far behind in 2000. So remember, Victor did win this show back in 2007. That was the year where he took a controversial 2nd place later in the season to Jay Cutler at the Olympia. He was also 2nd place to Kai Green at the Arnold in 2009, 3rd place again in 2011, 4th place in 2014, and most recently he was still in the top 10, 2019. Victor Martinez, the Dominican Dominator, is going to do well. Cedric McMillan is going to be in the show. Cedric won this show, as we know, back in 2017. In 2016, he was 2nd to Kai Green, 3rd place in 2018, 4th place in 2019. He's very, very consistent at the Arnold Classic. A lot of people feel like he peaks best in the spring, although we do see him do very well in post-Olympia shows too. Back in 2017, he won the San Marino Pro. And just a few weeks ago, he won the pro shows that were held in Romania and Hungary. So Cedric, when he has time to prepare and get everything right, he's deadly. He's definitely somebody who could win this show again. Absolutely. Next up, probably the most exciting newcomer of 2019, Patrick Moore. So we know Patrick Moore won the Cal Pro, which qualified him for the Olympia. And at the Olympia, he made 10th place. A lot of people say they had him a couple spots higher than that. Definitely one of the most exciting new pros on the scene out of Texas. Tremendous arms, shoulders, great structure with very wide clavicles, small waist, flaring thighs, getting better all the time. And he did promise in a Ronline a couple weeks back that he would be able to grow and improve during prep for the Arnold. And you know what? I don't doubt him, because he says he did the same thing between the Cal Pro and the Olympia. And he absolutely did. If you look at the pictures and the videos, Patrick was definitely improved everywhere just in those 3 months between winning the Cal Pro and doing the Olympia. So Patrick Moore, looking forward to seeing how much more he can improve for this show. Now, next up, Sergio Oliva Jr., who we did not see at all in 2019. He took all of 2019, hiding away in San Diego, training his butt off in silence and just getting bigger and better. And if you've seen pictures or videos of him, I've seen him in person recently, most recently at the Legion Sports Fest show in Long Beach, where he was there to watch. And Sergio was looking massive, full, round. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people this time. Now, next up, Big Rami. Now, Big Rami has never done this show before. And a lot of people are very eager to see him do it, not only for that reason, but because he did not compete at all in 2019. He had some shoulder issues, supposedly had a minor surgery, did not end up qualifying for the Olympia or competing in the Olympia, where he was sorely missed because, he's a deadly competitor. Rami was second place to Phil Heath in 2017 at the Mr. Olympia. It's well within Rami's means to win this show. If Rami comes in peeled, shredded, tight, there's no reason we can't have Big Rami as the next Arnold Classic champion. And we also have Qun Williams. Qun was 9th at this show this year. He was also 9th place at Olympia. Qun is a massive guy with great shape, as you all know, and he seems to be getting his conditioning down. It's definitely been getting better and better these past couple seasons. So look for Qun to do pretty well. Last but not least, in the confirmed list, Roelly Winklaar, the Dutch Beast. Now, this is going to be a pivotal show, kind of a historic show, because he turned pro, Roelly, at the Arnold Classic Amateur in 2009, and he made his pro debut at the 2010 Arnold Classic, where he got 7th. So it would be kind of one of those storybook things if he was able to win the Arnold Classic 10 years to the day after making his pro debut there. I know this show means a lot to him. He's been trying to win it for a while. He was 3rd there in 2018. He was 5th this year in 2019, 4th in 20. Oh boy, I'm getting all mixed up. He's done the Arnold Classic 5 times, and he really wants to win. Let's put it that way. Now, last but not least, are two guys that the promoters are still working on, want to get in the show. One, of course, Hadi Choopan. Now, Hadi was able to get to the USA for the Olympia, got a visa, thanks to his coach, Hani Rambod, and the company, his sponsor, Evogen Nutrition. Maybe Hani can work his magic with Hadi once again and get him over here to compete at the Arnold, Ohio. It's the greatest show after the Olympia. There's no doubt about that. Hadi Choopan made a tremendous showing and a great impression on all of us at the Olympia. And a lot of us were thinking, wow, why doesn't he just turn around and jump in the Arnold too? Well, maybe he will. Let's see if he can get in again. Let's see if he's able to. They're working on him. So it's not confirmed. And the last man that they really would like in the show, but of course not confirmed, is 2018 Mr. Olympia, Shawn Rodin. Shawn, of course, still dealing with legal issues. A trial may or may not be happening in Utah soon. So when all that's resolved, he will be free and clear to compete again. And promoters of the Arnold Classic are hoping dearly, as are all Shawn Rodin's fans and all bodybuilding fans who want to see the most stacked lineup possible. We're all hoping that things get resolved and he can get back on stage, assuming he is found not guilty or innocent. We would love to see him back there. So that is the lineup. One last time, let me read you the names down the line. Lionel Bakey, William Banach, Max Charles, Johnnie Jackson, Steve Kuklo, Josh Lenardowitz, Victor Martinez, Cedric McMillan, Patrick Moore, Sergio Oliva Jr., big Rami and Qun Williams and Roelly Winklaar rounding out the list. So that's it. We will keep you updated. We're going to be doing extensive coverage of the Arnold Classic, as we always do. We're looking forward to bringing the crew over there and doing it all over again soon. Time flies. It's going to be here before you know it, guys. But that is who is in the Arnold Classic 2020 Men's Open Bodybuilding. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.